Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. And this is another video for H4 related information. And before we start, I would like to introduce myself. That my name is Rashmi Bess, and just for clarification, that I am not a legal advisor for any kind of US related visas. And this is whatever I'm sharing is out of my personal experience while facing it, while staying in the United States. And it's a journey. Whatever videos I'm making, they are in steps, and definitely will come across so many questions ahead. But I'm making it very basic and easy for those who are planning to visit or come here on H4 visa, so that it's not a struggle for them, because the experience is coming out of one live example, right? So you don't need to move around and keep asking the people like how to go, what to do, how to work on this visa, and lot of other questions that you might have, right? So yeah, in this video I'm gonna talk about in the continuation of the last video. In the last video we discussed about, I think, the rights of the H4, and how, why you should plan that before coming here, and what should you know about your rights in United States. Basically, the USCIS will provide you that format to contact the related NGOs, Indo-American kind of NGOs, before once your visa is approved, right? But yeah, if you don't receive it, I don't know if the plans are changed ahead, but yeah, if you don't receive that, so you need to be ready with knowing like what kind of consequences you might face. So that we went through. Now at that point you were approved for the visa, for H4 visa, and now you're ready to visit United States here, right? So definitely there might be happiness, a lot of emotions behind that, right? But there are few things you always need to keep in mind if you're a first time traveler out of country, like how I was. You need to keep few things in mind, and this is really important, because you're traveling miles, like thousands of miles away from your home country. So these are the list of things you need to keep in mind. So let's go through one by one. Now your visa is approved by the USCIS, and they took your passport, right? So they will tell you in a week or two you will receive this stamped passport, or the visa stamped passport, in whatever courier services you already selected for while filling out the DS-160, or I think, yeah, that time. So you get notification, because I think they ask for the email ID or the SMS, and then you receive that notification that okay, your passport is ready, and it's delivered to the whatever selected, the courier services, and you can go there, show your ID. I think even if you don't want to go, your family member or your friends can go with your ID, and they can pick it up. So yeah, so that's the one thing. Now you have your passport which has stamped visa, and the visa duration would be the similar to what your husband's visa duration is. Like there is one form called I-797. So you will have the same duration of H4 visa when you will receive it. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, the first thing first is, now whatever documents you bundle up for the visa interview, don't just throw them away or keep it somewhere else. I would say keep that file intact or folder intact for your travel to United States, because that's really important. Because you're going to go through an immigration process, either at the destination country in United States, destination city, or chances are there, if you're traveling by connecting flights, you might go through immigration in that, the connecting country as well, like at the Heathrow airport or Abu Dhabi, if you're traveling by Emirates or Qatar Airways or whatever, right? So there are few basic things you need to keep in mind when you're traveling. First, this bunch of documents. I don't think DS-160 will matter now, because you have that visa stamped. So mostly the documents you should have is your education related, your husband's visa related, I-797, your passport, your basic, all the personal information, your marriage certificate, and they might ask you any kind of questions, right? Just like how they took your visa interview. Make sure you have that bundle of documents ready with you, and it should be in the carry-on bag which you're carrying with you, because those are more confidential documents, right? Some of them might be original as well. So just make sure you carry the original ones as well, because you are not going to be in your home country now. So carry all of them with you in the carry-on bag which is going to be with you. The second thing is definitely the travel plans you will do with your husband or spouse. Now you need that the travel tickets. You guys can plan that mutually. Yeah, according to the dates available, your budget and whatever, right? So that's completely upon you. But yeah, once you travel this, once you plan, like, okay, you're traveling on this date, there are few things you need to prepare about. One thing, the bunch of document. Another one is the travel ticket. Another one is, like, the address in the destination country. Make sure it's by heart to you, like, the address of your spouse is by heart to you. Okay, the address is really important, and the immigration officer will definitely ask you this question if you're coming first time. There are 99% chances they want to make sure you're going to the right destination, and this is, you're going to your husband only, and there is no, like, foul play behind this yeah. So the document is done, ticket is done, address is by hearted. Then yeah, so you need to have enough amount of currency in your hand. Make sure you have enough currency in hand, because in case of emergency, if you have to divert back, you should have that amount, that much amount in your hand, or in your bank account, international bank account. Okay, so yeah, carry the enough currency with you. uh, if possible, convert the home country's currency to destination country's currency, to the dollars, US dollars, as well as to the connecting country's currency. Like, I think I was traveling through UK, so I didn't have that country's currency, and no international credit cards and all, right? So it was really tough for me. I had to go to the currency exchange. Why don't you keep everything ready earlier, right? Just few kind of dollars or whatever, like, the countries you're visiting through, just keep some amount in your hand, so that it's really easy if you buy a few snacks or food over there, and if you have some time to roam around, right? Nowadays there are so many other facilities, like you can go for, like, prepaid card, like, kind of I think there are some prepaid credit cards available, as well as you can go for the SBI and ask them, like, if you can utilize that your debit or credit card internationally. They charge some amount on top, but sometimes it doesn't work, so you need to be ready with that. I would say ready with the currency. Then after that, I would say, once you're here, make sure, like, there are two things. I would say, not exactly when you're here, but before coming to this country, make sure you have at least 2-3 contact details apart from your spouse, like of the friends, family, or neighbors who are nearby to your husband or the spouse, so that in case of emergency, if you reached and he or she didn't come to pick you up, you can contact them, right? So you need those contact details. So yeah, make sure you have those contact details with you. And another very important thing is the SIM card. If you're traveling to this country earlier, like 9 years back, there was no there was very few awareness, like, there was very less awareness, sorry, about carrying the SIM cards and all. I came very blank headed with my Indian phone number, and it stopped working in the UK, and I was completely blank whom to talk to, how to talk to, all those stuff, right? Make sure when you're planning to visit, now your travel tickets are ready, just go to the SIM card stores and get the international card from there. Put some amount in it, so that it can work in the connecting country as well as the destination country. Once you reach here, you can directly call from your phone, right? You don't need to go somewhere else. When I came, I was trying to call through that, the PCO kind of the machine, and all coins went in and nothing happened. I was unable to call exactly. I was just waiting on worrying too much. So, and a new country, new everything, and lot of jet lag, right? Never traveled before outside the country. So make sure you have the SIM card with you. Otherwise, in worst case, if you don't get it, you once you come here, you have to take help from the others, like random people for that SIM card. Yeah, and now you have SIM card. Yeah, when we talked about the address, right? Why you need the address? For example, you came here, but in case no one came to pick you up, right? In that case, you should know the address. It should be pre-verified that okay, you are going to the right location, and you should be able to take the taxi or whatever cab and on your own, and you should be able to reach to that place, right? So you should have the address as well as the proper amount of money, or fund, so that you can utilize that. In even in worst case, if you need to go for the hotel room, you should have that budget or like that kind of amount in your hand, so that you are not completely dependent. Definitely you are coming on the dependent visa, but you should be ready with this few basic things. At the end, I would say there are a lot of things that you need to keep in mind, but yeah, as you pre-verified everything, and if you're traveling with kids like already married, I would say the same things are applicable to you. Also, make sure this is going to be a very long journey. I would say longest journey. It takes overall 24 to 30 hours if you're coming through connecting flights. So make sure you carry enough stuff for your kids as well, and don't forget about the boarding passes should be really handy to you, and do not lose them. It could be really very risky. Yeah, and I think that's all. Everything else is just going to be like a domestic flight, and you should be good to go. um, from this next video, I am going to talk more about the things that you will face inside the country, like once you reach United States, what kind of struggles you will face, what kind of things you might need to learn initially. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye.